So we are here, and like I said, for 5 minutes I'm going to show you guys how to refresh. So I'm just brushing my hair. So just came from out, so brush my hair a little bit, because you know the honey's going to ask you to go out on a date. So it's 5 o'clock, or maybe if you're from work, you just want to maybe cook dinner and just get that done. So I mean, do you think over a hot stove with makeup on, do you think in this weather that's appropriate? Or would you like maybe a video while I'm brushing my hair to kind of teach you how to remove your makeup, and maybe do the winter, since it's colder, to actually leave it that way. So I am done brushing, and this is a great brush, like, for you to have. So you just go to like your local hair store and find it. So my little bag, and like I said, I'm actually using Chanel. So this is what I use to actually apply my makeup. So since I really don't need to do much, I'm actually staring in the mirror right now. That's why I came this way. And since I really don't need to do much, then I'm going to start with the jawline. So I'm going to go here like that. So kind of just blend it in like the way I did this morning. And then go on the nose, because you still have highlighter on, so you don't want to really damage the highlighter itself. And then just go on the top of it. Now, if you're kind of like maybe flush and really do not have a lot of foundation on, that's why I said I usually don't have this problem, but because it's getting hotter, so that's something to kind of look into, so how to refresh it. Then you just take this and go on the forehead. Now with the highlighter, the only reason with some of you girls is the fact that you guys actually do place it in the middle of your brow bones and on the actual forehead. Then you might need to refresh a different way. So once I maybe start to apply makeup like that, I'll kind of teach you guys a little bit. So it seems as if there's not enough foundation, or there's no foundation on this, but there's actually a lot. So if you even were to zoom in, as you can see, my lip has foundation on it. So there's still foundation on here for you to actually be able to use. So since there's blush and there's highlighter, then I'm gonna use, I actually have the blush for Chanel. So there's also Chanel blush brush. If you can see that, Chanel, yes. I think the other way was right. So this is what I use for the blush, but I actually do use a smaller, this is actually for, I've used it a lot, so it's out here. This is actually for eyeshadow. So I usually demonstrate it on this side of my contouring cheekbone. So this is what I used this morning. So I'm going to go back with the blush, because that's what I use to blend in once I'm done. So reapply it. And I'm going to leave a little bit of something left, since there's still something left on there. So you don't have to reapply or remove. So, I mean, there's plenty of times with, imagine if you even have to shower. Then that'll be another makeup tutorial also. So the look is actually going to, well, melt off if you're showering. So, so you might have to reapply. So we'll do another video for something like that to see how you would still be able to manage, but I think the look is going to melt off. So I just applied that. Then I'm going to use the foundation brush and go on top of it a little bit, because remember, you do not want to reapply it because you already applied, and you do not want it to kind of remove from what you already have set in from this morning. So if you put on setting spray, then you have already set in what was supposed to be permanent and kind of reduce a lot of the damage. So now for this, I actually use a blush brush, which is from one of the other brush collections. So I'm actually do not want to put setting spray, because you already had it on this morning. And since you had it on this morning, then you just kind of want to refresh it. So I'm just going to go back in and just kind of re-highlight a little bit. Because by the end of the day, it started to soak in with oils and minerals just from the day and how the weather was and everything else. So that has already done its justice. Then I'm going to go back on top of the brow because I see a little bit of oiliness again. Another product, I don't know if you guys really watch it, if you're a little bit sensitive, it actually will tell you if you are the brow bone, if you are oily skin sensitive, which I'm really not. It's just sometimes my skin just likes to demonstrate that it is, you know, above me, that I have no control over it. So I'm really not oily skin. So this is actually my foundation brush. So as you can see, even though I did have my my shadow, my eyeshadow on the corner of my eyes to kind of bring out the actual colors that I was trying to define today. So it's at nighttime. This was a day look. And as you can see, I really stayed in home. So I'm not sure what job you really have. So you have to be very careful. All of my look are work appropriate, but it also might kind of seem as if you might be able to go out with it once you leave work, because you might be a little bit busy. So your girls might be calling you to say, let's go out now, or you might just have something to do after work. So it's work appropriate and it's very like to do. So you have to be a little bit subtle depending on how you dress at work. I don't know if you're very colorful or you're a little bit more all gray and black and blues or something like that. So you just have to be a little bit careful once you apply the shadow based on the company. I'm pretty sure your company might tell you, but I don't think you want your boss to like be like, I think your makeup is a little bit more too loud, which I don't think they're going to do that. So be very careful of what colors you have on your lids and like how it represents your job. So I'm going to use the foundation brush that I used to put the liquid foundation on. Actually go in the corners. You could actually redo it and maybe erase a little bit more because it's at nighttime. And if you're going to dinner with your honey, you don't need to be so loud. That's why I said be careful with the job that you have, because in the day you want your face to be refreshed. At night you want to be a little bit, you know, steady, not so loud. Because for imagine at this time you're using flash. You don't want to flash in the corner of your eye or to flash on your highlighter and your face is white, and it's like, that's not good because you might be in a darker, so you have to dim the light from your face so you don't hit the flash. So I'm gonna start. So I'm just gonna go in the eyelid like this, but I'm gonna kind of look on the other side of the mirror. As you can see, you can still see it. So it's over 5 minutes, but I had to kind of speak, so it's actually 7 minutes to do this. So I'm gonna go in the corner of the eye and just refix it, because this still has foundation on there and it can still be corrected. So I'm removing it now. So you don't want to do it too deep because there's still foundation, just how you put it on without any repercussions in the morning. So I'm going to go back again with my powder brush. So with my powder brush, I actually eliminated the shininess. So as you can see, it's no longer shiny in the corner, but it's a little bit more light. So with the shadow, I don't think there's really much to do, but maybe you have, you know, sweat everything else. I'm just gonna go not apply, but just use the same brushes that I use, which the colors still should be on there. So if you have like a napkin, maybe like when you're applying, because you do use the same brush, just kind of like wipe it off a little bit, then I can just do this like that. I'm actually being called into the other room, so like you see, it's just for the busy lifestyle. So I'm just reapplying and just kind of blending in just the light that I had over the shadow. This will be a little bit more darker since you're going out now. And since I highlighted the top of it to show this morning, then I'm trying to darken it for night. So the look actually got a little bit deeper, which I'm gonna go back with that and redo it. Good. So that is actually looking a little bit more lighter, a little bit more darker, excuse me. And for the end, I'm going to, I don't want to leave the tape running because I usually do this in the morning. So I'm just going to kind of do, because I usually use like a cotton or like maybe like a napkin to do it. Then I'm just going to use this brush, which has like, it's a shadow brush. It's a shadow and a blend brush. So, but I'm going to use the blending part to actually go on the top of the lids. So I'm going to go up top like this to re-blend it. But what I'm doing is erasing everything that made it shimmer from this morning to darken it into the lids. So it's not really much of a smoky eye thing. It's just much of a darkening the makeup itself. So it could reapply itself to blend in with the night. So you have to get in there sometimes. So therefore, that is it. I think the look is refreshing, and I think you can then go out. So since you do need a little bit of highlight, and you have dim it down, and you only reduce, the thing is you reduce the older highlight, so now you can reapply the new highlight, which was from this morning. Then your face could feel a little bit refreshed. So just a little bit, because you still kind of have it on, and you don't want to overdo it. And then that will be just fine. And just kind of go over it a little bit and just kind of stick it in so your face can still stand out. And since your face can still stand out, then you're done. So I think we're refreshing the look. So I don't know how you're going to do your hair this a night. I don't know how you're going to do your hair. So usually this is what I do for my bun. I just kind of twist it and keep it in a bun. So what I'm going to do is use a hairpin just to pin it up, because I don't have a hair tie right now, so I could pull it back a little bit. So I started wearing my hair back like this for a few days now. So this is what the bun actually looks like in the back. Very appropriate, so I do not know where you're going to be going, if you feel like pulling your hair back or how you prefer to wear your hair. So remember, there was a problem with the gloss. There was a problem with the gloss. So to reapply like the way I said, then I'm going to show and demonstrate with a different gloss, because I do not want to move with the camera and it's actually somewhere else. So you see, this is for busy. My purse is actually downstairs with the gloss that I used this morning. So I actually want to get into lights to kind of demonstrate what was happening. So do you see how on the upper part of the lip that is actually that way? Then I will leave it here so we could have a perfect view, a perfect, oh excuse me, perfect view, so I could demonstrate how to cleanse it. The light is very gorgeous right here. So I will go on the bottom. I'll kind of lick a little bit and do that. So this is a little here more light and subtle, but as you can see, you can no longer see it. So all of it is actually going back on the lip gloss. So since this is not the lip gloss that I used this morning, it will actually maybe might upset me a little bit that it might change the application tip to be the same color, which is a little bit more lighter. So if you go back again to do it, then you can kind of just scrape inside of it. So I don't know how cracked your lips is during the day. I think sometimes it's just a little soft. No, it's a little dead skin that occurs that needs to just be redone. Look how wide my smile is. So look, voila. And now you have a look. So I don't know if you're a little black dress girl, or maybe you're slacks and a cute little tunic girl. Maybe you have children, you kind of want to hide a little bit, or you just kind of want to just be a little bit kind of like a little bit looser. then your look is ready for dinner with the honey. Hopefully you have a sitter, and hopefully the kids is with someone that's gonna help. I mean, you can reapply mascara if you choose to, which maybe you could do that, but I think mascara is fine. If you even want to kind of give it a little bit more darker look, to add liner, but I would suggest if you add liner, then you drop the hair, flat iron, blow dry, or maybe you can even curl it if you have time, but obviously right now it is